Can you all speak about the physical fitness required in transitioning from the military into the fire service? And so I think in large part, most people probably won't have a challenge passing the CPAT or a physical exam, so long as they attend the FCTC orientation, making sure they're aware of the rules for the exam and things like that. But can you talk about some of the preparation required for that?
I would say keep in mind that the CPAT is it's a baseline. It's for the minimum qualification you should be at in order to perform this job. You might go in there and kill it at the CPAT, but remember, you're not in full turnout, you're not in gear. When you train, you want to train yourself and push yourself to the level of exhaustion, because when it does go sideways and you're in there and you're forced to think, you're going to want to know that, hey, I've been to this place before and I just need to kind of just gather my wits about me. It doesn't mean you're not going to be tired and you're not going to be gassed or chipped, but you've been here before and you've trained for this. So like, just kind of calm down, trust in your training, and just be confident in what you're doing. And if you're not, like Tim said, we never go anywhere alone. So you're going to have help, you're going to lean on your crew. But I would say, so I transitioned from private sector into the fire service, and so I was at the desk for a little while, and the desk did kind of get the best of me. And so you're just stagnant. You're not moving around as much as you want to. I don't care how many stand-up breaks you take, that doesn't supplement physical activity and getting out there. Yeah, I would take my little laps around the block, but nothing supplements like CrossFit, cardio training, strength training. So I invested in myself. I hired a trainer twice a week, and yeah, it's pricey, but I didn't look at it as, I looked at it as an investment. I'm investing in myself so that when the call does come, I can answer it and be confident in what I'm going to do. And also it was mental training too. So the guy I worked out with, a former football player at Michigan, he was a safety and knew how to get after it. So he pushed me, but was also like a mental coach, like, hey dude, like that positive reinforcement, because you got to be able to talk to yourself. You're taking on a whole new career, a whole new challenge that you haven't gone through. And yeah, the military does help you kind of step through that door, but you're going to have to push yourself through it. And I say it paid off dividends for me, just because I wasn't thinking so much. And when I was tired, like I knew I could draw on actually being here, being exhausted and pushing through. But there's very few people that can train themselves to get through this. I would lean on enlisting some type of help to get yourself mentally and physically prepared for what's going to be ahead of you.
Yeah, it's physically demanding work. And specifically for veterans, the most common question I think that I would field is, how old is too old? Will you take me in my 40s, especially if they've done a career? There is no right answer. That's an individual answer, but it is physical. This job, just like I'm sure their military experience, is hard on shoulders, knees, and backs. So if you have old injuries, work on them, shore them up, be prepared to run more than you thought you'd run. Be prepared to move ladders more times than you thought you were going to move ladders in your academy. The in-service academy, most in-service academies are physically intense. But the job remains physically intense for an entire career.
You're not too old, personally speaking. So I got out the military at 31. I started chasing fire at 32, and I was hired at 34. Not too old. So again, invest in yourself, keep yourself fit, eat right, don't have bad habits, and it's easily attainable. I've seen people older than me get hired and kill it. We hired someone that was 40 plus, 41, and he's a mentor to me at my agency, and I appreciate him. So I would come to ask him, like, man, am I too old? Or he's like, dude, you're good. So yeah, still very young, still a lot of life ahead of us, but don't discredit your age or your experience. It's only too old if you think you're too old.
It's hard, but it's worth it. If you're going to be a good fit for this industry is hard to match for job satisfaction. If you are in that space where you want to work on a team, a highly effective team of professionals, and go out and help somebody and fix people's problems, this career is very rewarding.